That's not all Wyatt said. He said 48 hours, he's going to put this online.
Okay, so I came across this video from Sarian. It was her shocked reaction to like the Epstein files and what's going on. And here's a little clip of it here.
Because the Epstein files, all of this has revealed something. It's made it very clear. No, they've made it very clear. The top 1% and the leaders, they don't give a fuck about us. And this is one big board game.
Because they own this fucking place. It's a big club. And you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.
This current system in place has dehumanized us. It's detached us. We are removed from one another. We hate each other. This current system in place wants us to do just that. What are we going to do?
I don't know that you can actually answer the question in one go. I think it's an ongoing evolution of understanding of life and reality. And some think that it's just now being exposed. No, it's been all along. But we haven't trusted each other as much as we've trusted these official sources, the government and so on.
By the way, it's the same big club they used to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged.
Why? We should be shocked. We should be trusting each other and the information we can glean and research. People have dedicated their lives to figuring out, what is really going on. And the different theories are the answer.
And when you don't allow your sovereignty to be given up to something outside yourself, which people do, whether it's AI, whether it's a leader, whether it's the governments or politics or anything, it can work with us. And I feel that the mothers of darkness and the architecture of the Illuminati and the reversal grid energy and everything about ritual and the darkness of AI is a weaponization of technology. We can advance technologically, but if we forget soul development, then we're repeating the same mistakes. To me, it's like the integration of polarity. What is in reversal is collapsing when we override the dark technology with the override frequency, because it's been a frequency war. All the manipulations that are connected to the stuff that they put in our bodies, the stuff we've been inhaling from the chemtrails, everything is to put us in this inversion harvesting, system that AI can actually help us to get out of if we use it correctly. So we either are feeding the dark technologies and we're a part of it and that assimilation, or we collapse it, override it, and it begins to serve us from a place of command that isn't from control or negative ego, but from a sovereign, integrated, spiritual, divine embodiment that we came here to retrieve.
I think part of the answer on what we can do is actually stepping back to ask, why are we here? Why are you here specifically? What's your life purpose? When you delve into the inner parts of yourself and you go from that soul purpose, then in fact, you're in alignment, regardless of all the stuff that's going on. You are in alignment with who and what you really are, right? Rather than being a grand gesture of revolution in terms of the physical 3D world, this is more a revolution of the soul. And I think it comes from creativity. I think creativity is this quiet rebellion that most people don't even really think about. But in fact, when you go into the truth and you then contemplate it and then have it go through you, like creating videos, creating books and so on, that actually moves it from being something outside of you to being something inside of you that you use. That quiet rebellion then is your life being the answer to the question, what do we do? All the different choices, the small choices that got us here, right, are also the small choices that make it so we can be free.
Well, they're not scared of you. They're scared of what you represent to them. Amen. All we represent to them, man, is somebody who needs a haircut. Oh, no. What you represent to them is freedom. What the hell's wrong with freedom, man? That's what it's all about. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what it's all about, all right. But talking about it and being it, that's two different things. I mean, it's real hard to be free when you are bought and sold in the marketplace.
When you awaken to these ideas, it's like, yeah, what are we going to do? But the fact is, guess what? We're already doing it, right? Right? Each day brings that answer. Each decision that you make in the day brings the answer of what you're going to do. Like, what are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your life source, your spirit, and your energy? That's the answer. You are already answering it. And so when you see that everything has been hijacked, and is not for us, but actually designed to manipulate us, then of course you're going to make different choices. But what choices are those, right? And I found that the answer to those choices come from within. Like your spirit within, you're going to know the answer to those questions. If you just have it in your logical brain and you just think about it in terms of 3D reality, you're going to get hijacked, you're going to get tricked by this and that and the other thing. But when you go within, you align with your spirit, then guess what happens? You start making decisions from that inner world, that inner alignment with spirit. When you do that, there's your answer. And it comes each day, each moment, asking yourself, is this in alignment with who I truly want to be and who I am, right? And a lot of that comes from creativity itself. It's why they put creativity on a back burner. It's why they don't want you to explore certain things. They want you to stay within the physical realm and not go within, find that peace and understanding, and actually connect with Source, the divine, God, however you want to speak of it. And they make it so that we're at war with each other. They've designed it. They've hijacked different religions to all be at war with each other. And they've created these situations, within commerce and everything else, designed to keep us in fear and just the bare minimum of things. But the richness of life comes from so many different angles. So the real answers come from the lives that we live. By making these small decisions and actually moving through life within the woo, going and saying, okay, it's upside down. Let's look at what they give us, what they popularize, and then look the other way. Look at the directions that they don't want us to go. Go deeper with that. And it's there, I think, we'll find truths that have been hidden in plain sight. History reveals that in a lot of different ways. So, of course, you ignore the mainstream, but you also ignore the alternative. Because a lot of that's been hijacked. It's much like COINTELPRO, which was effectively a program by the agencies to infiltrate different groups. And they would infiltrate the groups and then sow dissent. And I think that's happened online. They've just gone on steroids through bots and so on. It's also manufacturing consent. It's a book that Noam Chomsky wrote early on, and he showed how the news media actually manufactured consent. Well, the same manufacturing consent is going on today, but it has to do with algorithms and AI. So you have to be really discerning with the publishing of information. Like, people are chasing algorithms. They're chasing that. And the algorithm is actually responding to people, right? But the people themselves, their choices, what they decide to watch and everything, that's all from programming. So it's a loop that reinforces itself. The more popular content on YouTube reinforces the current paradigm. I think we might be already doing it in a lot of different ways, because if you see, there are a lot of smaller creators that are basically connected with their audience and ignoring all the viral success and whatnot. The viral success itself, that is the paradigm at work, right? So in the end, there isn't any one answer. What are you going to do? Your life is the answer. Your choices that you make each day, from what you eat to what you consume to how you feel each moment. And we start to have heart-brain coherence. Our heart, our spirit, our mind become one. And it's that, the more and more that happens, the more and more that our choices reflected each day are in harmony with who and what we really are. And when all of us start to do that, that's revolutionary. That's where the revolution happens, not necessarily from in the traditional way. It really is an info war, a spiritual war. And it's an internal, it comes from within rather than from without. So if you found this video helpful, be sure to share it with someone who you think would also find it helpful. And thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time.